Divide the polynomials. 4x to the fourth minus 13x minus 42 divided by x squared minus x minus 6. We set this up similarly to other examples that you've seen. We take the divisor, which is the second polynomial over here. We put it outside the house, so x squared minus x minus 6. We take the dividend and we put it inside the house. However, in this example, we jump from x to the fourth all the way over to x to the first. Every power of x, from the degree all the way down to the constant, when x is raised to the 0 power, needs to be represented when we write it out in our division. So 4x to the fourth, and we do that simply by adding 0x to that power. So the next power after 4, if we're decreasing, would be 3 plus 0x squared minus 13x minus 42. And you'll see why in just a moment, why we include all of these zeros that are not part of the original problem. What we do is we do exactly the same thing we did with our previous example. We take the first term of the dividend and we divide it by the first term of the divisor. So we have 4x to the fourth over x squared, which gives 4x squared. And then we line it up right over the x squared column of the dividend. So you've got 4x squared right there. So if there were no 0x cubed and no 0x squared in this part of our division, we would have had to pick, well, do we put 4x squared above 4x to the fourth or 4x squared above 13x? Where would this go? Luckily, you have these terms here so you can line up all of the x squareds. And then we do the same exact thing that we did in the previous example, is we take this part of our quotient, distribute it to the x squared, we distribute it to the x, and we distribute it to the 6. And we will continue from there. 4x squared times x squared gives you 4x to the fourth. 4x squared times negative x is negative 4x cubed. 4x squared times negative 6 is negative 24x squared. So we will subtract all of these. That goes away to 0. 0x cubed minus a negative 4x cubed is positive 4x cubed. 0x squared minus negative 24x squared is positive 24x squared. Bring these other two down, start the process again. The first term of the dividend is now 4x cubed. Divide that by x squared, and that gives you 4x. So line that up appropriately above the dividend. Distribute 4x to everything over here of the divisor, and you'll see that when you multiply 4x all the way through, you get 4x cubed minus 4x squared minus 24x. And we have to come through and subtract all that away. 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0. Cancels away to 0. And 24x squared minus a negative 4x squared gives you 28x squared. 13x minus a negative 24x gives you a positive 11x. Bring down the negative 42, repeat your process. Now we've got this as our first term, that's 28 8x squared. The first term of the divisor is still x squared. That gives you 28. So we will take that result, 28, and put it above the correct term of the dividend, plus 28. There we go. And then again, we will distribute that all the way through the divisor and come up with an answer here. 28x squared minus 28x. 28 times negative 6 is negative 168. And when we subtract these things, 28x squared minus 28x squared is 0. 11x minus a negative 28x, that's addition. That'll leave us with 39x. And 42, negative 42 plus 168 will leave you with 126. So this is our remainder. And our final answer will be our quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. Something like this. We'll have 4x squared plus 4x plus 28. The sign in front of 39x is positive, so we will add 39x minus 126 all over the divisor, which was x squared minus x minus 6. So here is a final answer.